Over the week, I was wondering, how did we get to this point? How did Nigeria descend to this abyss? Why did something die in all of us? Yes. The death of the Army Colonel Muhammad made me to retrospect on the happenings in this space called Nigeria with regards to security. The death of Colonel Muhammad was one death too many. Never in the history of Nigeria has so much senior officers in the Nigerian army died without any reaction, without any repercussion from anywhere. And the people killing these officers are not the army of another country. If they were army from another country, we would have said because we are in a war. But we are not in a war. But our senior officers in the Nigerian Armed Forces, they are dying as if we are in a war. And there's no reaction from the military authorities. There's no reaction from the presidency. What happened in Udi and Zakibiam is very fresh in our minds. Those of us that are conversant with the situation. Because of the death of Nigerian soldiers then, whole communities, whole villages were leveled because Nigerian soldiers were killed there. How much less when those who are killing these officers are terrorists, are bandits within the territory of the Nigerian state, and the Nigerian Armed Forces seems helpless in the situation. The presidency is lukewarm. What must happen before Nigerian army will say enough is enough? Only last year, General Oba was killed like a chicken. He died at the mercy of the bandits, not at the mercy of a foreign army. At the mercy of bandits within the Nigerian state. The Nigerian state is swore to protect. He died at the hands, he died at the mercy of bandits and terrorists within the confines of the Nigerian state. And the Nigerian state could not do anything about it. And they have not done anything about it. Those bandits have not been killed, neither have they been brought to book. What made it more heartbreaking was because General Oba sent out a distress call and sent his coordinates to the Nigerian army within the Nigerian sovereign territory. How could a distress call that was sent to the Nigerian army, how could the help from the Nigerian army not come to the general before the bandits do? But somehow, the bandits got to the general first. Not only was he killed, he was disgraced before being killed. And that disgrace rubs off on the Nigerian Armed Forces. Till today, nothing has been done. Why? Because something has died in all of us. Lives are no longer sacred. Lives are no longer held in high esteem. That is now a common occurrence with us. We no longer flinch when somebody dies. Because something has died in us, that is no longer anything to us. Fast forward to General Braimo. That was how bandits took out another general earlier this year. Within the Nigeria territory, we are made to believe, or we are made to understand, we are made to believe that Nigeria is not in a war. But from all purpose and intent, Nigeria is in a war. And the earlier the Nigerian state declared total war on these bandits that are taking away its finest one by one, the better. And most recently, some days ago, Colonel Muhammad was taken out. And from the information available, he has retired. He was just waiting for somebody to take over. Before he met his end in the hands of bandits, in the hands of terrorists. A colonel in the Nigerian army, no reaction, no feeling, because something has died in us. Especially in the leaders, something has truly died. Because if not, how can this be explained? We are not even talking of the death of the citizens. That one moves nobody anymore. I'm talking of deaths of officers. And no one, everybody feels all concerned. What I'm talking of is summed up in a clip I watched recently. Somebody was being killed in the middle of the road. They were hitting him with all kinds of objects. Vehicles were passing. Bikes were passing. People were passing on foot. Nobody stopped to say, what did he do? Nobody cares. We have become a people without empathy. We have become a people without feeling. Because feeling and empathy, being responsible for one another, has died in us. How can such a nation move forward? How can such a people talk of prosperity? What am I saying in essence? There's need for an awakening. That thing that is dead in us should be brought back to life. The Nigerian state and the Nigerian army should, in all sincerity, declare war on these bandits. Stop treating them with kid's glove. And one alarming part is the mindset of the leaders, especially in the security architecture of this nation. The other day, the security advisor was saying that bandits, these people are their brothers, and what is happening is a family affair. A brother that kills another brother, is he still a brother? A brother that kills another brother, is he still a member of the family? The CDS the other day said that the bandits and terrorists, they are prodigal sons. Who needs to be rehabilitated? Prodigal sons that are killing other sons. There's a need for a movement of awakening in Nigeria. Because if there's no awakening, what awaits in the future cannot be equated with words. What awaits this nation in the coming years cannot be put into words. That thing that has died in us, we must awaken. If not, the words of the literature genius that said, there was a country will come to pass in a very deadly way.